Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday the 3rd. Tuesday the 3rd. Did anybody see the blood moon yesterday? Did anybody get to see it, the full moon? March 3rd. Thanks for joining me. I'm Lauren McFerrin. I run a company called Good Girl Trauma where we talk about complex trauma. And we are going to review a little bit about what it means to have CPTSD. A lot of us have this. And then we're going to meditate to ground ourselves, and we're going to do some affirmations. I call my company Good Girl Trauma because I grew up with good girl syndrome. What is that? Well, it's when you're bullied, right? When you're told you need to do something to be a good girl. Be a good girl, Lauren. Do it this way. But what if what you were being told what to do was sort of evil or bad or not right? What if you were told, be a good girl, keep the secret? And I'm a girl, obviously, but this is for everybody. You maybe were bullied and told, be a good boy. Works same way, right? And this bullying, especially early on, can be incredibly dangerous because you don't know anything different. Your brain isn't developed. We're born in delta brain mode, and we take everything in as truth until about 7 years old, where your subconscious closes off and your default mode network is created. And that's where we kind of live from, that autopilot. So trauma can get caught up in there. A lot of limiting beliefs can get stuck. And if you were like me and you had good girl syndrome, where you were told you had to do certain things to be good, those beliefs get locked in to your body. Trauma lives in the body, not the brain. So we're going to get started here in a few minutes, and we're going to talk a little bit more about how to overcome that trauma, right? What can we do with all this complex CPTSD? And if you are like, well, I'm not sure, like if my trauma is big enough or my trauma is important enough, or if it was really that bad for me. Good morning, everybody on Zoom. Welcome in. And I'm talking about trauma, right? Like we all have trauma in life. Like I had an exorbitant amount. We don't all have that amount. I was born with a lot of childhood neglect, early sexual assault and abuse, and I lost my son when he was almost 2 years old from a brainstem abnormality. So I got my share of trauma and grief, and we all get this. This is not like, it's not something we want to brag about or be happy about at all. But what can we do about it, right? And the thing that matters with trauma is not the situation or if it was really that big a deal for you. What really matters with trauma is the feelings that you had, right?
Recording in progress.
Ooh, sorry. I'm going to record my Zoom portion of the meeting here. So thanks for everybody. If you're just joining us, hey, everybody. Hi, London, Swisher 98, Sinful Creed, Keith. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. I'm Lauren McFerrin. I run a company called Good Girl Trauma where we talk about limiting beliefs like good girl syndrome. If you were brought up to hear things like, be a good girl, but you know that what you were being told to do was not right, that's good girl syndrome. And that's a limiting belief. It's a limiting belief because it limits me in thinking that sometimes I'm not a good girl, but I know I am, right? We grow up with these limiting beliefs and they live in our body. And a big part of my work has been built on understanding Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, who wrote this best-selling book called The Body Keeps the Score. Alice Miller wrote a similar book about how trauma lives in the body about 10 years prior. So we've known this for a long time. This is healing complex trauma with science, baked in science, and a little rebellion, right? Because you need to be able to step out of that good girl syndrome, and that takes a little rebellion. So Dr. Bessel van der Kolk explains to us how the body keeps the score. But what does that mean, right? Like I was told, just get over it. Don't feel that way. Put it away. Like just don't feel that way. Well, that's impossible. And we're going to explain why. The vagus nerve is in charge of you resting. It's not you. Your brain is not in charge of your feelings. Your body is in charge of your feelings. And if you had any trauma, it doesn't matter the breadth of your trauma or the logistics of the situation. What matters is if your feelings were not seen or heard. If your feelings were not acknowledged and you had to suppress them, then that's trauma living in your body, not your brain, because you never got a chance to express them, to let them go. And when this happens when we're really little and they get suppressed and then we lose the memory, it becomes very complex to heal it. So Dr. Bessel van der Kolk explains like how the feelings live in our body, but Dr. Peter Levine tells us what to do with it. What do we do with all this trauma that's living in our body, right? Okay, fine. The unresolved feelings live in my body. Sadness, grief, anger, lots of anger, right? Lots of resentment and bitter can get stuck in there, and we don't want it to get stuck in there. We want to get it out of there. And Dr. Peter Levine wrote a book called Waking the Tiger, and in it, one of the things he explains so well is how an animal like shakes it off. We've all seen a dog do this, right? Like it encountered something on the street, and then all of a sudden it like looks around, it sees it's okay, and then it like shakes a leg or something, right? And it's like, okay, great, I'm fine, I'm walking along. As humans, we don't do that. We suppress it. We hold it all in. It's awful. I wish we could just shake it off like a dog. And we kind of can if we create a relationship with our body where we allow it to release. And Dr. Peter Levine, who wrote this book, Waking the Tiger, and explained to us how not only does trauma live in the body, not the brain, can't think our way around it, how do we get it out? So he's training practitioners, therapists, to do what's called somatic experiencing. And if you're interested in finding yourself a somatic experiencing therapist, there's a link on my website under trauma resources where you can actually search for a somatic experiencing therapist trained by Dr. Peter Levine. You can actually search for a somatic experiencing therapist trained by Dr. Peter Levine. So if you're interested in somatic experiencing, I've done this therapy, and it's basically getting us out of our head and into our body, because trauma doesn't live in the head. Like I was in talk therapy, talking for 35 years, and I'm not saying that wasn't helpful. But if trauma does live in the body, if the unresolved feelings are in there and I don't remember them, that's not going to get to them. So somatic experiencing helps us get to them. And I've worked with a couple of different therapists, practitioners under Dr. Peter Levine, and they're great. It's not easy. It takes practice. So that's why I'm calling this a CPTSD practice. This is a practice session. We've got to relearn to allow our body to have these feelings. And Dr. Peter Levine also talks to us about the felt sense. This is the language of the body. Most easily recognized when you have sex or you kiss somebody and you get butterflies, or you're really excited about something and you feel your body light up and you can feel that energy in your body. That's the felt sense. You might, on the other hand, have situations where, you're facing sadness and you might feel a chill run down your spine. The language of the body, the felt sense. So what we're practicing doing is allowing the language of the body to come through, whatever it needs to express. The last part of my work is really based on another Dr. Richard Schwartz, who wrote this book called No Bad Parts. Finally, I have permission to accept all my parts. I was hiding parts away that I was ashamed of. I thought I was a bad girl, so I was hiding that part away, suppressing it like we humans do. And finally, Dr. Richard Schwartz, who wrote this book, No Bad Parts, he created this framework of therapy called internal family systems. Lots of therapists are doing this. So I would also, if you're looking for somebody to work with from a therapy perspective, look for somebody that's talking this language. Look for somebody that's doing internal family systems, no bad parts. So this is the theory that none of our parts are bad. None of them are bad. And I love this because I had a really hard time reparenting myself. Like I didn't know how to do that. I didn't have a good example. But standing by all of my parts and considering them not bad, I can maybe do that. I can maybe stay curious. I can maybe stay open to that. Because if trauma is stuck in the body, not the brain, and those repressed memories are in your fascia, your water bodies inside your body, we want to give permission for them to get out. So as we go through a meditation this morning, I'm going to take us through a grounding meditation that I like to do. And I learned in EMDR therapy. EMDR therapy is eye movement, desensitization, reprocessing. It's fabulous for single traumatic moments that you just can't shake, that just are following you around. It's good for other stuff too, but it really takes the charge out of those traumatic individual episodes. And it can be rattling, right? Because you have to kind of go back and touch it a little bit to see how you felt before you can let it go. And if you get a good EMDR therapist, they're really good at, you don't need to talk about it. You don't need to vocalize it. You just need to allow your body to feel it. So again, we're back to that somatic. It's in the body. This is why everybody is getting so crazy about all this body work, because literally our trauma lives inside our muscles. So Dr. Schwartz gives us permission to accept all of our parts with loving awareness, curiosity, not judgment. So coming off of good girl syndrome, I hated parts of myself. I hated some of the stuff I went through. And I kind of shoved it in a box over to the side like we were taught to do. That's what we were supposed to do. Put it away. Don't feel that way. Just don't feel that way. It doesn't work like that. That box is in there of all those suppressed feelings and it's got to come out. So Dr. Richard Schwartz, no bad parts. We're going to accept all of them with curiosity and kindness and see where we can get. Okay, so I'm going to take us through a little bit of a meditation. And when those parts come up, we're not going to be angry. We're just going to stay curious. It takes practice, because at first my parts were like, F you. You haven't been listening to us for 40 years. Why should we believe you? So practicing curiosity over time and teaching your parts that you're not going anywhere. You're really serious this time. Okay, so we're gonna start a little bit of a grounding meditation, and then I'm gonna take you through some fun affirmations that are gonna help that self-concept part of having that good girl syndrome, right? We don't need to think that way anymore. We are good people. We really are. So, okay, this is a grounding meditation, and it's one I learned in EMDR therapy, because when you have to face that really awful trauma, like if you have to go back and touch like one of the worst things that happened to you, how do you do that? Like, how do you safely do that? So we sandwich that experience in EMDR therapy with a pre-grounding meditation. And on the end, we do the same thing. And this relieves some of the anxiety, tension, fear that you're letting go by grounding yourself. So I also talk a lot about psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy and ketamine and how much this has helped. And the research on this is incredible, because it's showing that when you do these meds, and please do it with somebody if you have trauma, because it can be really hard and emotional because you're letting go of a lot of stuff. But these medicines are actually pausing your default mode network in your brain. The scientists are saying that when we pause that default mode network, we can see a different perspective, allowing me to see that portion of my little girl and how she felt. So that's pretty fun. So one of the first journeys that I did was a ketamine journey. And in that journey, I see my little girl really, really clearly. This is why I'm telling you about why I'm doing a grounding meditation to nature. I'm sorry if you're just joining. So when I did this first journey, I was standing next to a little girl version of me in my childhood home's yard in front of a pond that really existed. And I'm in this ketamine journey. I'm standing next to my little girl, little Lauren, and I see her, and she's like talking to the fish in the pond. I'm in a ketamine journey. I realized that she's crying. She's like telling the fish something about what was going on in the house behind us. And suddenly the fish looks us in the eyes and it says to me and to little Lauren, go to the forest. The trees will keep you safe. So in my journey, I follow my little girl. She jumps up immediately and starts running away. I had to sort of like frantically race to catch her. And she listened to the fish. She went immediately and got a blanket and a plush guy. And then she beelined up to the woods behind our house and found a hollow tree stump. And that became her safe place to rest. So in a strange way, the earth really helped me. Like the fish somehow told me. I did go back to that yard and I went back to that forest, and that hollow tree house really exists for me. So wherever you are, we're gonna find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. It's best if you can be in a position where you can really just let your muscles go, because remember, we suppress a lot of things and we really need to let things go. So if you can find a comfortable position, just sitting or lying down, and just allow your eyes to gently close, we're going to find your tree house, your safe tree house. Take a moment to just arrive here with me with your eyes closed, sitting comfortably. There's nothing to do right now. Simply notice you've given yourself this time. Feel the weight of your body being held by the chair, by the ground, by the earth beneath you. You don't have to hold yourself up right now. Try to let go. And when you're ready, let's bring your attention to your breath. Don't try to change it. Let's just notice it. The natural rise and fall as you breathe. Let's slow it down just a little bit. I'm going to take us through some breaths in and out that are a 4 count in and a 6 count out. Because when we breathe longer on the exhale, we settle our vagus nerve. And that's who's in charge of settling us down. So breathe in gently through your nose on a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out slowly, letting it all go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's okay if you're not exactly with me. Just do your best. And again, we're breathing in, filling up and expanding. And breathing out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time inside. 3, 4. And exhale slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue to try to breathe regularly and just slowly, inviting each of your exhales to get your body to settle a little deeper. And as you find your own natural breath rhythm, I want to invite you to call a place to mind, a place in nature that means something to you. Maybe it's somewhere you visited once, or somewhere you return to again and again. Perhaps it's a forest, a coastline with an ocean, a hillside, a riverbed, a garden. Maybe it's a wide open field under a vast sky. Don't search too hard. Just let a place come to you. And just simply settle on one that feels like home. And as you arrive in this nature spot, notice what surrounds you. We're going to use our senses to notice this spot that we've created in our mind. Because as we use our senses, this is listening to the language of the body. What does the light look like in this nature scene? Is it warm and yellow? Is it cool and soft? If you were to take a moment and look around inside this nature scene, slowly bring your gaze to the ground beneath your feet and visualize what you're standing on. Is it the earth? Is it grass? Feel the texture of it beneath you. Real and solid. If you're new to this, just focus on feeling your body hitting the surface that you're sitting on, holding you, stable, always solid. Now try to listen. Does your nature spot have any sounds? Can you hear the wind? Or maybe the ocean? I love birds. Do you hear any? Let the sounds settle around you like a blanket, and remember to let go of your muscles. Relax. Notice the air on your skin. What's the temperature? Is it cool? Is it warm? Take a slow breath in through your nose. Notice if this place has a scent, this nature scene, this tree house. Maybe the richness of the soil. Maybe there's salt in the air. Let yourself breathe it in deeply, whatever you smell. Find somewhere natural to rest in this place. Perhaps you see yourself sitting at the base of a tree or on a warm rock. Maybe you're laying in the soft grass. Or maybe like me, you see yourself in a hammock. Let your body fully settle into this ground you sense beneath you. Feel the earth beneath you with your body. It's so solid, right? Steady. It's been here a long time, this ground. Before worries and after. With each of your breath, you feel heavier, more rooted. Imagine, if it feels right, that as you exhale, you send roots downward, like you're your own tree. Down through the ground, deep into the earth, holding you securely, reminding you you belong here. You are supported. Rest here a moment. Notice how it feels to be here in this place. Not just physically, but something deeper. Is there a sense of ease? Is there safety? Trust? What do you feel? This place holds no demands of you. You don't have to be anything other than what you are right now. Let yourself receive that for a moment. This one moment in your day where you don't have to do anything else, just to feel the earth beneath you. This safety exists inside of you. It's always there, really. No matter what's happening in the outside world, the ground is still available. Steady, always stable. A place to return to when you need to feel steady again. Begin to let the image of your nature spot soften, but try to keep that soft feeling, that steadiness, that safety. Notice how your body feels right now. Maybe it's a little heavier, a little quieter, hopefully more settled into yourself. We're going to gently bring our awareness back to the room in a few minutes. Feel the surface beneath your body once more, though, and begin to deepen your breath. I like to slowly move my fingers and toes, wiggling them as I come back from this relaxed place. Take your time. And when you're ready, I like to rub my hands together like this, just creating a little bit of warm friction. And then you can place your hands over your eyes, and you can blink gently open into the darkness of your hands. Try to carry this feeling, this solid, grounded feeling with you. As you practice this, you can memorize the feeling in your body, and then you can call on it whenever you need. The earth is always here, right? I hope you enjoyed that meditation. I'm going to take us through some affirmations, grounding affirmations. So just sit relaxed. Just stay where you are, grounded. Being a good girl meant I had to grow up keeping a lot of secrets about bad things that were happening. And as little ones, we internalize bad things that happen in our childhood. We think it's something that was wrong with us. We blame ourselves, just like a child of divorce would. So let's rebuild that with some positive affirmations, because that's not really true. It's not our fault. Our words are really powerful, so I recommend that you repeat after me what I say out loud. Please mute yourself if you're on our Zoom. Saying it out loud makes it stronger. So let's go. I am safe. I am grounded. I am a smart, strong human. I am here giving myself this time. I believe in me. I am like a star from the sky. Strong, able, and capable. I am worthy. I am allowed to be here. I can take up space. The earth holds me securely. I am grounded. I am trusting of the earth, of its stability. I am secure here. The earth holds me securely. I am loved. I am safe. I can let go. I can slow down. I can make space. I am worthy. I am grounded. I am steady. I am here. This is safety. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's really a tough world that we live in right now, isn't it? So we could use all the safety that we could get, and I trust the earth. So thanks for joining me. If you're here on our YouTube or our Zoom channel or on TikTok live, I appreciate you guys all so much. I think it's going to take every single one of us doing everything we can to ground ourselves in safety. So I hope you have a great day and that the new moon shines on you really, really bright. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.